Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Shane Ledbetter and this is my first video on the new YouTube channel. I thought that it'd be fitting to maybe share where I was before I went to art school versus what I achieved and how I grew as an artist in the first year of my undergraduate. A lot of what I'm going to do here is show you what I submitted in my application versus what I learned that kind of directly correlates with that subject matter. So it'll be a lot of comparison, but I think it'll be cool. But anyways, this is my environment piece that I made on Procreate. I truly rushed the process of creating an application or a body of work to submit to school. A very short backstory about me is I, every year of my life, kept trying to return to drawing, and I would do like 2 weeks of drawing and get so fed up and frustrated and hate what I had made that I gave up altogether. But I did realize that I was in fact returning to it every year, and so there must be a reason for that. And so I really just kind of bit the bullet at one point and was ready to change my trajectory in life. And so I started doing Procreate stuff, a lot of it. It took me 2 months of building up the drawings, studying for 4 to 6 hours a day, doing tutorials, just trying to build up a portfolio that would be passable to get into school. And this is the environment that I made. And then I had a digital painting class where we did a lot of pieces. You'll see a couple of them in this video. This is the environment that I think compares well to the one I just showed you, showing all of the fundamentals that I was learning in all of my classes and how I was able to build those up and present something that was much further along than the recent slide that you just saw. This one was really stressful. I tried to build a model of it out of foam in my garage and take photos from the perspective that I wanted to, because I saw James Gurney do that, and James Gurney's the man. And so I was probably a little too soon for me to try such a thing, but I learned a lot, so I guess it paid off. But these ones are probably what I started the application off with. That first one I had probably buried like 3/4 of the way through because it was much more rough and hasty than these. But yeah, I probably spent like 5 hours or 6 hours on each of these. So these two were really fun and exciting. I particularly love the one on the right because it reminds me of like a Magic the Gathering card, which I would love to make someday. And then the one on the left was my final, and I built that one in Magic Poser using the iPad application Magic Poser. And what I mean when I say I built it is I just blocked it all out with literal blocks in that digital program, and then got my perspective, snapped a photo, and then I painted over everything. So now we're getting into the life drawing more. The one on the left was one that I went and made at a local Saturday community drawing, life drawing event. And I had gone to maybe 6 or 7 of those while I was building up that body of work to submit for school. And this was the best long pose that I got out of one of those sessions on the left. And then on the right, I was also doing a lot of Proco courses. As I'd mentioned earlier in the video, I had many times in my life when I wanted to be an artist, but I kept giving up, and I would like impulse buy a course because I thought, oh, if I buy this course, then that will make me an artist, then I'll actually stick to it. Lo and behold, I quit that time too. But the good news was I still had all those courses, and I had the figure drawing course from Stan Prokopenko, and the image on the right is from that course, and I think this image probably helped me tremendously in getting to school or getting accepted to the schools that I submitted to. And then yeah, this is the best full body pose that I did in my figure drawing course. It was my final, or one of the 2 finals that I submitted. We did a lot of portraits and a lot of full body poses. This was the one that I was most proud of. My professor said it was okay, which was like huge glowing reviews. I have found that I really enjoy charcoal on like a neutral gray paper. It's one of my favorite ways to do figure and portraits. I love it. I'm trying to learn how to not like dumpster your own work, and so this is going to be like a real challenge here for me. This was a themed entertainment ideation that I needed to submit, and I was kind of neglecting that part of the application in those 2 months, and I was running out of time, and so I was like, I'll just make an apothecarium or something. It'll be like, like some fantasy Disneyland thing. And a lot of it is unfinished and rough, but the person that was helping me with my application said, it's fine, just submit it. Like, we just need something here that shows you're interested in like themed ideation. And then here is the apt comparison, the proper comparison. I had a class in my second semester that I just wrapped up, and it was fundamentals of entertainment design, and that's what my degree path is called, is entertainment design. And our professor asked us to build a theme park. Something, didn't matter what genre it was, and so I kind of went with like this kind of Renaissance fair meets medieval times meets Disneyland, where like as you progress through all the rides, you learn about the history of this place that I called Highgate Park. And this is the roller coaster that the guests get to go on, and it's called Malevoloc's Revenge. I just love that dragon name, Malevolok. And I had a lot of fun with it. Trying to play with perspective a little more, trying to make more like dynamic angles and shots in each scene. My professor was really good at hounding us to always push for more dynamic compositions, and I definitely came a lot further at the end of this class with that very thing, so I'm thankful for that. Here's some additional drawings that I did for that class. On the left was one of the 3 that I submitted, showing like a balloonsmith vendor who makes kids little swords and helmets and stuff, and then like one of the Disney, like I can't remember what they're called, actors, actresses, or they're the people that walk around, and like in Highgate Park there are like knights and princesses and queens and like militiamen and stuff instead of like stormtroopers. And then on the right is just kind of like early sketches that I kind of threw some color on that I submitted for the packet for that class. And then lastly, here are some just random stuff. These don't have a direct comparison to what I submitted to get into school, but I thought that they were cool and I was happy with them nonetheless. Some Metropolis studies, some stuff from Chunking Express. This was all in my cinematic composition class where we watched lots of movies, learned the frames, the value, the color. And then finally, on the left is a toilet I designed during our school's design jam, which was essentially a 10-hour contest where you would get assigned teammates, and for 10 hours straight, you would design like a concept, like a themed concept or story, a movie, an idea, and you would push it as far as you can and then present it to all of the people and like these official judges, and there was prizes and stuff. And I made this toilet, which I was super proud of. And then on the right is a little harmonica prop I designed for that same class, that cinematic composition class, from the movie Sinners. Anyways, that's pretty much everything. I hope you enjoyed the video. I go to LCAD, Laguna College of Art and Design. I'm going to be going there for 3 more years, and I love it so far. If you want to follow my progress through art college and after, then this would be a great place to do so. I'm also on Instagram and I post there more regularly, but I plan on making more videos for YouTube and showing the process of learning art. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.